Hi Libra, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Libra, this is your beautiful love reading for the upcoming 2 weeks, starting today on the 13th of February, going till the 25th or 6th, I believe, of February. I'm having trouble to pronounce that. Yes, I will start to shuffle as I talk. And I have kept repeating this now to every sign, so it does get a bit old for me, but I do want to, like, it is new to you maybe if you haven't cross-watched any other sign, or if you are, like, if you just have watched any other videos. So I do want to say that I've gotten some comments about that I talk too much, that I do it a certain way, that I should do it other ways, and what have you. And yes, for 2 seconds I got into it. For 2 seconds I even answered some of the people. It is 0.5% percentage in the bigger scheme here. So it is so silly that you just get hung up on that one thing. But the thing is, it did make me, like, that's the beauty with contrast, right? That that you actually allow yourself to, the minute something happens that we feel is negative, we think it's negative, and why does it happen? We want to get out of it. But once you reach the stage of, like, okay, this is happening because of something, it's going to give a blessing, what immediately can I look for when this comes in? And it took me a few minutes to get there, but what it brought me to was that for me, it's not the cards that gives you, the minute that I put down the cards on the table, I do understand that if I were to say, you can find this or that in the description box, you can find the links to this, I have personal readings, which I don't, but some of the readers out there, they're starting to talk about this information. And I get that that is quite boring, but you can just fast forward to when you actually start the reading. For me, I don't feel like I do a whole lot of those information thingies. I just what do you say? Trust that, what's that word? I just trust that you're finding what you're supposed to find. It's all in the description box, and you'll do with that whatever you will, right? So when I start to record, the reading starts. Like, for me, it's not a difference between, and there you have the card, and therefore the reading starts. When I start to talk, I feel like it immediately, because I already am slightly in your energy just before I start recording. And so once I hit the record button, I'm really getting going. So for me, it feels like the message is being given at all times, and it's being given to you even after you finish the reading. Like, it's life giving you messages. I do want to say though, since then, because I have addressed it for other signs, the comments has come back to, like, you do you, you're doing amazing, I can listen to you all day, talk more if you want to. Like, it's been overwhelmingly loving. So due to that one douchebag, I'm getting a lot of love. So I'm actually quite grateful for him, because it's obviously him. I'm joking, right? Maybe not. Okay, so I'll leave that for now. Libra, we're passing Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day coming up tomorrow. Depending when you listen to this, it's still going to be like a good love vibe for you to tap into if that's what you wish. And I've asked for the most uplifting, inspiring, authentic, good stuff for your love story. So I'm waiting for 3 cards to pop out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. 1, 2. And if they don't, I go in after it. Of course they will eventually, but if I feel like it takes way too long, I'm going to get it. And this is the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue if you're interested. And like I said to the other signs, I just realized, because I've never really looked at who's making the images. And today, or the other day, I was looking at it and it says Radley, maybe, Valentine. So his last name is Valentine, which I find quite awesome. There you go. Okay, Libra. It's a very specific message. So maybe that message comes out first, and then we go into like a more general. Because I don't. It's just my blocked. Like not so many people can go through this particular situation. But let's see, when I start talking, the rest like will follow. I don't know. The minute I start to talk, I don't know what comes after. So let's see. So the first card, I do want to say it's not a typical tarot reading, so I don't like read into, if it says like the first one, it says Knight of Michael. So for me, and it's like, it has specific meaning for the tarot reading, I know that. But for me, it has a significant meaning, what stands out to me in the card. And this, the program will reverse the card because it's mirroring it. So I promise I read to you if something stands out to me. If you can't see it, it's Knight of Michael, and what the story that comes out is that, because it said on the bottom, time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. And I am drawn, because sometimes I'm not whatsoever drawn to the words on the bottom, but today I feel like for some of you guys, I feel like this is you either being in a committed relationship, and this is Michael coming in, and Michael for me stands all about like action, take action, follow that right now. Even though you might have to take like a leap of faith, you can trust it, you can follow it. And so with this card and with the blue border, and blue to me stands all about, I have a sneeze coming on, let's see if it comes out or not. With the blue border is all about like speaking your truth, telling the world who you are type of energy, but it's also about like starting to do whatever brings you pure joy, like starting to walk your authentic path, telling the truth of who you are. And so I feel like there's a job opportunity that will have you and your loved one move. It's going to be a shift in this relationship. Either it's you and your loved one, like already being a committed couple, and there's a job opportunity coming in, like maybe overseas, and they're offering this job for you, and you're like, oh man, is this gonna screw with the relationship? And I feel for some of you guys, it's like for the both of you. So it's like maybe one of you working with this, and your partner is being offered to come along, not really knowing what to do once you're there, but really almost going there for your partner's sake, or that's what's best for the family, or that's what's best for you in this given moment. Maybe shifting, changing in the future, but for right now. And since it's that's why I mean, not every Libra can go through this. Of course you can. I just find it feels more like this is more for the few. So, and it can also be like there's a job opportunity for a person, or an opportunity, I should say. There's an opportunity for somebody to do something, and they're inviting you along for the ride, and you're like, oh my God, I just met this person. I don't know anything about them. I don't know if I can, maybe not trust them, because I feel like you already have passed the whole, you're trusting them. You feel like this is a person you really, really, truly enjoys to spend your time with. But here comes this offer about like going overseas with this person, or like it just feels like you would have to really push your comfort zone in terms of moving faster than you normally would. If you were in the same town, if you were working in the same place, and so you don't have to like travel too far to see them, or and all of a sudden it's like not only should I go visit them somewhere else, they're asking me to come with. They're asking me to drop everything I have and come with them. And there's one thing in your heart that feels so good, and there's another that is a bit scared. And the message coming through here is that it's due to your, it is also like related. You just have to follow what feels the best to you. You just have to, like, in your gut feeling, what does feel best to you? What was the initial feeling? Not when you started to talk it down or go way too far into the future, not knowing how it's going to turn out. That's you going too far into things that you've known. I started out with this reading saying, okay, I'm just going to start talking because I can't see how it is further down. So maybe this comes out and let's see what comes after. That's exactly it. That's exactly the energy. You have no idea what's going to turn up in the future. And that's what scares you, because you have no idea what's going to turn up in the future. But if you just stay with the initial feeling, the initial gut feeling that you have once this invitation came your way, when this like offer to come with this person came your way, you had an initial feeling. Go with that gut instinct and like trust in what you're feeling. But it has so much to do with, like, I feel these days, maybe you resonate with this, and being the Libra that you are, you're so like searching for that balance. And if you're a bit thrown off balance, it's gonna jinx your energy a bit. So I feel like today, in this day and age, in this energy that's going on right now, there are things that you're wanting to do. There are things you want to, like in the very 3D world, wanting to manifest and stuff like that. But I feel like it all comes down to the second you're invited to do something, the second you feel called to do something, the minute you feel like you're supposed to be in this relationship or you're supposed to leave this relationship, it's all in synchronicity. It's all related to you becoming your own master, becoming a masterful teacher of this day and age. And whatever you sort of bring, it doesn't necessarily seem like you are the one bringing it to you, but you're the attractioner of everything happening in your life. So whatever is going on in your life, there is some attraction point there on your part. And if you don't like what you see, you can shift your vibration. I'm not saying that, but I see this is something that you like. And the minute something gets thrown at you, / you attracted it, it's due to your continuation of your spiritual path, if that makes sense. So you would be called to be in a certain relationship, and you might have been through a relationship where you were like, how in the freaking world could I have attracted? This is not my idea of love. This is not my idea of a core, solid Libra relationship whatsoever. What was I thinking? Have I not come further than this? And so on and so on and so on. Yes, you have. But your larger aim, your larger goal, your larger wish and wanting is to find that mastery from within. And doing so, you're going through certain things that puts you into mastery. I think it was some like such a silly movie, but the most profound messages in there. So the first one was Bruce Almighty. So the other one was Evan Almighty with Steve Carell. I just loved it. And I think it was that one where Morgan Freeman, who plays God, is saying, if you want to feel patient, do you think that God will give you patience? Or do you think that God will give you a situation where you get to practice that patience? Something around those lines. And I was like, oh my God, that's profound. that is so good. Or love, if unconditional love. Do you think God will just give you unconditional love? Or do you get to meet somebody that you actually get to practice that unconditional love with? So I hope you know what I mean. It is like you're giving yourself situation after situation where you get to practice what you want to feel like. And this is no different. This opportunity, this invitation, sometimes you just need the invitation to get some sort of energy moving within you, to get something to shift within you, that you actually will say yes, even though you end up saying no. just pondering it, just going there in your energy might have moved things for you. Okay, so that's what it means. Let's see. Yeah, I do get a second story, and that's for spiritual ones. What? For single single Libras. And then I'm not drawn to the words whatsoever on the bottom. This is your person, Libra. This is your person coming in. It's like they are coming in on this beautiful horse. They might not in the reality. Yeah, it's definitely due to all the rest that I said about being balanced, finding balanced love. Like I said, everything is about you finding your master within yourself, and you finding that Libra there's no other balance like the Libra balance. I get that balance is balance, but the Libra balance, all about justice, all about like being equal, even, all of that. This is you stepping in, I want to say finally. So probably you went through a whole of a lot of mastery learning curves / people. Finally, you're meeting the balanced relationship. So every time you've come off balance, being imbalanced, just not feeling the love whatsoever, you asked for the opposite of it. And here they are. They really truly are on their way into your life. And there's something about just you standing tall, you knowing exactly who you are, exactly what you want, and you're completely a match to them. Okay, that's what's going to make them come in. And then we have 7 of Ariel. I almost want to switch these around because, okay, I'm going to trust that and follow that instinct. So then I have 4. I want to start with 4 because it's 2 Ariel cards. And the Ariel cards for me stands for love. And then we have the pink border, which it's all about the romantic type of love. Do you want to focus? Maybe not that much. There you go. It's the number 4. So 4 for me stands for your heart. It stands for your, like, the whole energy center around your heart. And so it's something about like opening up your heart right now, letting this person in. And this card is so much about foundation, the awesome huge house here in the back. It is a bit like, I get the ancient feeling. I get the Thailand, Japan, Chinese. It's all in there. Asian, exotic. I just have that feeling. So maybe some of you guys are from there. Maybe some of you are from there. That's a vast alike. But you're drawn there. There's some teachings there that has made you open your heart. Teachings of the Buddha. Something along those lines. But this is all about foundation. This grand house, it sort of speaks about you and how you needed to ground yourself and have that foundation first. And I feel like you really do have that foundation. And so you're such a match to this person coming in, such a match to them. And I feel like this is you. And this is your divine help. It's an angel in the back here. And it's your divine help sort of leading the way almost now. It's like if you're single Libra, I don't want to say that you've given up, but I want to say that you're on a quest and you do get tired from time to time to like, where are they? Am I ever going to find that Mr. Right or Miss Right? You know, my person, that sort of thing. Yes, you are. They're actually on their way in because you are so getting ready with yourself. If that makes sense. And then we have 7 of Ariel, which is all about a completion and ending. On the 7th day, he rested. And this is, again, it's you are suited up. So it doesn't, like, don't get confused about the man. It can also be a woman, obviously. but it's like you're suited up. You're so much in your mastery here. I feel like you have your staff, I think that's called. And then there's the angel again in the back there, sort of cheering you on, holding space for you, I want to say, holding space for this person to enter. And so if you sort of just, I want to do say, like, if you just lighten up a bit more, play a bit more, have a bit more fun, smell the flowers, smell the roses, you're in such a position to let this person in. I feel like this is all about timing rather than if they're coming. Have you created the perfect partner? Do you need to do some more work on yourself? Do we have to invest in any shape or form? No, you don't. It's all about timing. And I feel like the angels, with both of these cards, the angels, Ariel is with you, or the angels are with you, to just cheering you on now, and I hear hold the space. It's like they're helping you to hold the space for this person to enter. So now it's all about like focusing on Valentine's Day, focusing on the beautiful love that's in the world. Try to shut out everything else and just focus on the beauty in the world so that you can create this beautiful space for this person to enter your life. It is really gorgeous. It's a really gorgeous energy. And I feel like it is a finally I'm coming home. It was worth it. It was worth all of those frogs. It was worth all of those douchebags. It was worth all of that hardship, because here they are and they're magnificent. Why are they? Because you are, Libra. You're magnificent. You've reached that level of mastery. You continue on that level. You're continuing on that path of that mastery, but you come so far now. So now it's like you don't have to learn through the relationships anymore. You don't have to upgrade yourself or upgrade your mastery or awaken yourself through those tough relationships, if that makes sense. Okay? And then I hope that the first story there that came out resonates with some of you guys, and that it uplifts you and helps you to make a good decision for yourself. In any case, it is helping you to grow. Okay? I hope it helps. I hope it uplifts you, and I hope to see you back in a week for your general reading. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Bye.